Hello all, this is Shiv Shankar and you are watching Scratch First Timer, and today we are going to see how to make a catch the apple game in Scratch. Before we make that, take a second and smash that like button and share this video to all of your friends, and also subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to receive my videos. So now let's get right into the video. So first delete the cat, okay, and go to the link in the description to download all the sprites. So yeah, so we are going to start with the apple. So what we are going to do is we are going to hover over the choose the sprite icon and click on choose a sprite, and we are going to, okay, there is already one here, so let's click on here itself. Yes, so now we are going to choose a backdrop also. So hover over the choose a backdrop and click on it, and what are we going to choose is, you can choose whatever you want, but I like blue sky, and I don't recommend blue sky too because it's just the sky. I'm going to choose a blue sky. Okay, so first let's start with the code for the apple. Okay, so first go to events, and I installed a different theme, but everything is the same except for the theme. So when the flag is clicked, go to motion and drag in, go to random position and scroll down and just drag in set y2 and change that to like what, to 180. Okay, so now after that what are we going to do is we are going to go to control and drag in a forever loop, and then go to motion and drag in scroll down and drag and change y by 10 and change that to -8. Okay, next, okay, let's just see. Yes, it's going down. Okay, that's okay. It's going randomly. That I can see. Okay, now what are we going to do is we are going to go to control and drag in when the flag is if then statement, and go to operators and drag in a greater than symbol, actually lesser than symbol, just to see this and take it. So now go to motion and scroll down and drag in y position, and then change this to like -170. Yes, and then go scroll up so and drag in, go to random position. Okay, so now what are we going to do is we are going to drag in set y to negative 156, but change that to 180. Okay, so you can see that it's randomly going everywhere, so that's a good sign. And if you want, we can also add sound effects. Yes. So what are we going to add is we are going to go to the sounds tab and click on choose the sound, and search bass. Okay, bass beatbox. Okay, so now let's go to code and go and click on sounds and drag in play sound bass beatbox. See, like that. Okay, so now next we are going to work with the code for the board. So let's click on choose a sprite. Okay, so now we are going to just see where is the board. You can just search also, but I'm just scrolling down and seeing. No, it's not here. I may have missed it a couple of times, but these things. Yes, bold. So after I import this sprite, let's just slightly change the size to like 120. Okay, and that's about enough, I think, but let's change it to 150. Yes, better size. And also we are going to make these costumes. Okay, so now let's just duplicate this a couple of times and like that. So we are going to click on bowl A2 and then what are we going to do is we are going to click on apple and just click on it. This is a group only, right? No, hit Control A. Okay, let's just group this. And now click on copy, go to the board and click paste. What happened? Yes, see, just keep it on it, keep it on there, and let's just make it go slightly back. No, we cannot make it go back, so yes, we cannot make it go back, so let's just shrink it. The size should be shrinked. Okay, so same, let's just copy this again and paste it in bowl A3 and again paste it, and one more sprite. Actually costume this is, so control V and control V. Okay, that's enough. That's it actually. So now we are going to continue with the code for the apple. Yes, so let's go to control and drag in if then, and by the way, go to the sprite apple, not the board. We are going to finish the code for the apple first, and if then go to sensing and drag in touching mouse pointer, change that to bowl, and next and then now go to motion and drag in, go to random position, and then go to and actually be here itself, and scroll down and drag in set y to 84, change that to like 180, the same only. Okay, and now let's actually add another sound effect. Let's just go to the sounds tab and let's choose a song. So we are going to search pop. No, this is itself okay. I'm just going to slightly decrease the sound. Okay, so now let's go to sounds and drag and play sound pop. And I will just see, it's playing the sound pop. Okay, so now let's start with the code for the board. So what are we going to do is we are going to make a variable go. So go to the variable and delete my variable and make a variable called score. Okay, so now what are we going to do is go to events and drag in when the flag is clicked. Now go to motion, actually go to looks and drag in switch costume to bowl A4 and change that to bowl A. Okay, so now go to motion and drag in, actually don't go to motion and I thought you can also drag this, but it will be in the same position when you start. You can actually drag it and make it go to the x coordinates 0 and y coordinates, actually sorry, don't make it go to that coordinates, it will go to the center. See, this coordinate should be good. Let's see. Yes, see that? So yes, now go to control and drag in if then statement. Before that, drag in when the flag is clicked, actually for our loop, and then drag in, go to sensing and drag in key space pressed And now go to motion and drag in, change X by 10 and change this to right arrow. Now just duplicate this by right clicking it, change this to left arrow and then change this to -10. Now go to control and drag in a forever loop, a if then statement, and now go to operators and drag in a equals to, simple. Okay, and now go to variables and drag in score should be equal to 1. So now what it should do, go to looks and drag in switch costume to board A4. Now change that to A2 and just duplicate it by right clicking it. One second. Just and again duplicate it. Okay, now change this to 2 and change this to 3 and change bowl A to bowl 3 and bowl A2 to bowl A4. Sorry, I made a mistake. Okay, so now let's see. Actually, we did not do one more thing. To make it work, we need to actually add one more code and go to variables and click on Apple. Go to variables, set score to 0. Okay, and then drag and change score by 1. Okay, so now let's check. See, now the code is working perfectly. Yes, we actually covered the major physics of the game, but let's make it more fun by adding more apples. So now we are going to just duplicate this like 2 times. Okay, now it will be more fun. See, it will come and go to random positions, and also this is also very nice, but let's make it even more challenging. So go to variables and make a variable called life. Okay, now we are going to upload a new sprite. I will leave the link in the description. I already told in the video in the starting itself, and I will also leave the link for this also, the bowl also, if you don't want to do it. Okay, so I'm just going to the downloads. Yeah, that's not this. This is secret. Yes, downloads. Yes, we are. Okay, this is the bomb. Okay, yes, it's now uploaded. Let's just change it to bomb. Boom. Okay, now let's just change the size to like 50%. Still way too big. Slightly small. Is perfect. So this is basically the same code, but only one thing we should change. I will show you in a second. So just drag the code and hover it over the bomb sprite. Okay. So now let's just change set score and change that to live and change it to like 3. You can keep whatever you want, but I'm just keeping it like 3. Okay, let's now we change this to live. Okay, that's correct one. And no need for like sound effects and all. So let's just change it to -1. And just removing these sound effects, it will not go with this. If you want, I will just leave a link in the description for a sound effect of a bomb. Okay, but I will make sure I will reduce the sound of it and edit it. See, I already lost one life. See, one more. Okay, but something should happen when we lose every life. Okay, so now what are we going to do is we are going to go to events. Okay, and drag in broadcast message 1 and actually before that we need to do one more thing. What is it, you may be asking? Okay, so if drag in if then statement and then go to operators and drag in a equals to symbol and go to variables and drag in a life block and change that to like 0. It's actually 0 only, and tell it to broadcast message 1. Okay, now let's make one more sprite. Okay, so now what are we going to do is we are going to click on the text icon and just make a text for game over. One second, it did not type. Okay, my computer is slightly slow. Okay, and change the font if you want. You can change it. I'm just going to change it to a simple font and keep it in the center. It's very important. And change font color to 0. Okay, now let's start with the code. Sorry. Okay, so now go to events and drag in when the flag is clicked. Okay, and go to looks and drag in hide by scrolling down slightly. Next, go to events and drag in when I receive message 1. Okay, go to looks and scroll down and drag in show, and now go to control and drag in stop all. Okay, now that's Yes, that is it. And also let's just change the x coordinates and the y coordinates. Yes. And okay, now let's just go to motion finally and drag in, go to x position, y position. Why I don't know, it's not dragging. 1 second. Yes, now it's dragging. Okay, now last and final thing, it's optional only. You can do it or you don't. If you don't want to do it also, it's okay. Okay, but I'm going to do it because this is an educational video. So now go to click on board and go to control and drag in a if then statement and drag in a greater than symbol. Okay, now go to variables, make a new variable called score. Okay, actually sorry, not score, high score. Oh no, I forgot to do to cloud variables. Sorry. If you have cloud variables, you can do it. Without cloud variables, yeah, it will not work. It will work, but for if you are publishing to the public, it will not work properly. So yeah, make more projects and you again I made the same mistake. 1 second. High score and okay, put cloud variables finally. Yes, I'm going to move the live to there and high score and score here. Okay, so now drag in score into here and drag in high score into there. Okay, so now after that drag and set high score to score. Okay, and that's it. See me, it will work. See, it's changing the score and yes, finish. So that's how you make a catch the apple game in Scratch. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, I'm Shiv Shankar and you are watching Scratch First Timer. If you have any doubts, you can go to my profile. Right, and you can see every project I have made, and if you want, you can also go and join my studio, which I will show you now. Yes. You can click view all. One second. And there are some studios, and you can click on this one studio, which is Scratch YouTube team. You can click on it. And there's over 100 projects, and also you can also ask even doubts to the public, and me also you can to me also you can ask. And see, there's a few people only in 16 followers. So yeah, you can join and ask everyone doubts if you want. And if you want, I can also and you will also if you ask, I will also add you as a creator. Okay, so yeah, so thank you guys for watching and have a nice day. Sculptures timer out.